Elba Police Chief Troy Staley is off the job. Staley's administrative leave appears to be related to a domestic issue. Court documents reveal a 61-year-old female family member filed a protection of abuse request in Covington County. On Saturday, 2 days after that filing, Staley was relieved of his duties with pay pending an investigation. His lawyer did not respond to a News 4 request for comment. Staley was named Elba Chief in 2021. This incident is not the first controversy surrounding an Elba police chief. In 2019, a grand jury indicted longtime police chief Freddie Hanchey and a former high-ranking officer on charges they forged state officer certification documents. According to court records, Hanchey pleaded guilty and received probation, as did the officer, Robert Lavoie, who was a lieutenant. A state agency also stripped them of their Alabama law enforcement certifications.